Well, good morning and welcome to our meeting, Get the More You're Looking For. I am thrilled to see your faces. I'm thrilled to have you here today. And I'm excited just to share with you a little bit about Pampered Chef and what it can do for you that maybe you haven't considered, or maybe you have, but you just need more details about it. And so I love interaction. So let's use that chat bar as often as you can. And I already see some messages in there. So thank you for doing that. So today's agenda, we're going to cover why you would want to be a Pampered Chef director, what it takes to become a director, and how you'll be supported, what programs our team is doing to help you once you've decided you want to be a director. So first of all, we're going to let you all type in the chat bar. How many of you are getting what you want from your business? Would you like to get more? So what would you want to get more from in your business? And be as specific as you can. Something in the chat bar that you want more from in your business. I'm going to put my glasses on so as I read my notes, I'm not struggling. What would you want more from in your business? Think about that for a minute. Could be products, could be recognition, it could be money. Okay. It could be social. I love your answers. And I'm assuming you guys are reading the chat bar. I don't need to repeat the answers. Okay, you can see that. I like it. I like it. Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so the little bit that maybe you know about director, maybe you've heard from your recruiter, or maybe you've read about it, maybe you learned about it in Dash. Let's talk specifically about directorship. What would be a perk for you from directorship that is appealing to you? So in the chat bar now, why would you or anyone want to become a director at Pampered Chef? There's Crystal B. I just saw your face pop up and I saw your answer, free products, more money in product. I'm seeing lots of products and money. That is definitely, I would say, at the top. Yes, Heather, retire from her full-time job, getting new products. You guys are well informed of these perks, more products and money. All right. New products, yes. Pay bills, products. Okay. So as we let this continue, the theme seems to be, yeah, informed, because you're so sweet, Julie. I love it. So check it out. Right now, if you were deciding, and we'll talk more at the end of this session today, but if you were deciding you wanted to become a director, do you know that you get all the back products that just came out delivered to your doorstep on the 10th of the month after you promote, including the air fryer, because that was the main new product we got as directors in our director package. Cast iron skillet would be in your package as well. So the idea of free products, I just need to tell you right this moment, very clear. Now, there are sales requirements for you to get those. So you'd have to look back at your 4 months before you promoted, and you have to have sold $12.50 3 out of the 4 months, or 5,000 total of the 4 months. So as you prepare to go for director, you need to look back at your sales with me or with your recruiter, with your director, and just track and make sure you're on board for that. Because of course you're still going to promote, but if you want to get that product package, we as directors do get the free products, but we have sales that we have to do. They're not going to give them to us as a director if we're not selling our minimums and things like that. So just so you know that, but who still thinks that's pretty amazing. Like, okay, I'll track my sales. Yes, thanks, Nicole and Crystal. Yeah, let's get some little hand motions going. What the heck if you got that delivered to your door and had a new air fryer waiting for you? And we'll talk about the other things too. Now, how many of you on today are in your first 90 days? Anybody here? Heather is. Am I saying Josiah right? How do I say that? Yeah. Okay. Casey, first 90 days, you get all the other perks we're talking about, but you also get cash, $500 for promoting in your first 90 days. And most of you that signed up in January and February and March, Pampered Chef added another 30 days. So you actually have 120 days to promote to director and get a $500 cash bonus. Then when you hit your stats 3 months after that, another $500. So there is cash to be earned for those of you that are in your fast track rewards period. You don't want to skip that. So if you have not been in Dash to look around at what that fast track rewards looks like, be sure you're doing that. Ask your director, ask me, and we would totally help you. But for sure, you should be on full alert if you're just signed in January, February, or March. Okay. So someone said Dana had a question. I did not know that. Assumed it was when they were first. What kind of sales? $12.50 total over 3 months, or $12.50 each month? $12.50 each month, which we'll talk about that in a minute as far as how that goes. Good. So I see lots of people too. Thank you for helping Josh Shia. We'll talk later. So anyway, I'm glad there's so many people that are in their first 90 days or 120 days. Dana, we'll talk more about that. Okay, so in addition to free products, you also earn incentive trips when you're a director, incentive trip points. Every month you're paid as a director, you get an extra 1,000 points toward the trip. Those add up very quickly. That means 2 less parties you're doing in a month, but still on track for a trip. You get special recognition when you promote. And of course, you get additional training opportunities. I do a Zoom with directors once a month. We also have training from home office once a month. They really help you develop into a leader. So even if you're sitting here today and you're like, gosh, I don't know if I know enough to be a director, how would I lead my team? You'll learn it along the way. If you're willing to learn, all the opportunities are there for you and you will be more than covered. So I thought it'd be kind of cool. Some of you I've never met before, and I'm seeing faces for the first time, which is so fun. So I'm just going to tell you my brief story, just so you know a little bit about me. In August, it will be 23 years since I've been doing Pampered Chef. I know I started when I was 1, but you know, it is what it is. So 23 years in August. And you guys, I had a baby at home that was a year old and I was pregnant, and we didn't have email. We didn't have cell phones. I always tell this, and I walked to school up a hill in the snow both ways. Just kidding. But we had none of that. So all I did was Pampered Chef cooking shows, and I carried a wooden crate and had an ugly brown apron. And I was nauseous from being pregnant. I almost threw up at my first 2 parties when I used the garlic press because I was totally nauseous. My husband is an elementary school teacher, and we lived in like an 1,100 square foot house. And our income was probably $1,300 a month. And I needed money. So I did home daycare for about 3 weeks and was like, no, not going to happen. So I retired from home daycare. I was at a Pampered Chef party with my sister, and I think she was tired of buying me lunch because I was always broke. And so when the Pampered Chef party ended, of course, I didn't plan to place an order. I had no money. So my sister marched up front and said to the consultant, hey, my little sister back here wants to do Pampered Chef. And I was like, what? And she was like, you're going to try this. And I was like, no, I don't want to do this. It's dumb. I have a degree. Like, why would someone who has a college degree go do something like Pampered Chef? Here I am later, 23 years, best decision my sister ever made for me. And now let me tell you, I have lunch money. I have plenty of lunch money. And it was something that, honestly, my first paycheck, you guys, I can remember the feeling was $276 was my first commission check. And I hopped around the house like I had just won the lottery. And I was able to buy extra groceries and not say, you know, you get 1 block of cheese to last 2 weeks. Like legit, Pampered Chef started with a $276 paycheck, my very first one. And you guys, last month's my check was $7,600. Now, I don't tell you that to be like, oh, me. I want you to know Pampered Chef will change your life. Pampered Chef can give you more than you ever asked or imagined it could do. I pay this mortgage every month. My house is not 1,100 square feet anymore. And I pay this mortgage. I help my kids go to college out of state to really great schools. We are debt free because of my Pampered Chef business. And it all started because I decided to give a chance. My sister forced me. I took a chance on myself. And then once I started doing it, I decided to build a team of my own. So let me just tell you that you're not forced to do anything that you want. But if I didn't tell you your opportunity, I wouldn't be doing my job. And so I would encourage you to say, why not me? Why not now? Why couldn't that be my story? And you guys, my story is little compared to other stories. There's people that have been in the company now 9 months that have moved along really quick. So you don't have to wait 23 years to, be in your position or in my position. Okay. So that's a little bit about me as you think about what could a promotion like Pampered Chef do for your family. This is more than just saying, oh, we'd like the money. I'd love for you to share something very specific a promotion could do for your family. What do you think? What could a promotion of Pampered Chef do for your family? Now, Julie B., I just have to say, I saw your comment that you live in an 1,100 square foot house. There's nothing wrong with an 1,100 square foot house. I'm just saying we were just tucked in with a little growing family and it felt cozy. So I love 1,100 square foot houses. So just had to say that. Go on vacation, be debt free, pay off debt. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, who said they need to buy diapers? Casey, I love it. All the diapers. That's amazing.
Okay, I think I missed it. What was the question that we're answering right now? Sorry.
Oh, no worries. What would be a Pampered Chef director do for you? Promoting director could do specifically for your family. And I don't know if you all saw Erica help her kids go to college. Yeah. Yeah. My kids graduated from college with no debt and praise God. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah. Brandy doesn't want to do hair anymore. Have no money worries. Yeah, for sure. I love it. That's amazing. All right. So here's where you need to pull out your paper and you're going to make a chart. So I want you to have no questions or confusion about what it takes to move up the career plan with Pampered Chef. So I'm going to give you a quick glance at what your finished chart's going to look like, but I'm going to do the chart with you one step at a time. So it's going to look a little something like this. We're making grids. Okay. So I now have a blank paper that I'll do with you. And you're going to start with, it's going to be a 4x3. So you're going to take your blank paper. I used to be a kindergarten teacher. Let's see if I can do this. We're going to take our blank paper and you're going to do 2 lines vertical right down here. Can you see my lines? Just like that. Okay. So now you should have 3 rectangles. And then we're going to do 3 lines down the middle to make 4 squares. And these are, do not have to be straight. Nobody's judging you, but this is what this looks like now. Okay. So it's 2 across, 3 down, and we should have a total of 12 squares now. You guys got that? All right. At the top left, you're writing the word title. Anybody, if you get stuck, tell me, but you're just writing title. And then below that is where we're going to fill in the titles. But in the first square is still going to say senior. And let me write it and show you first before you write it, especially if you're using pen. Under title in that same square, you're going to write senior consultant, then team leader, and then director. Okay, so senior consultant, team leader, and then director. All right. Now, if you want to underline title to kind of break it up from senior consultant, I kind of like that too. But anyway, this is what you should see so far. Are you all with me? Is this good? Okay. Then you're going to move to the right and next to title. In the next square, you're going to write sales required. Now, again, this is going to be a chart you're going to be able to look back on and always know what it's taking to do all of these things. So now to the left, we have sales required. For a senior consultant, Your sales required are $150. So just put $150. The sales required if you move down to be a team leader are $750 for you. And then underneath this, you're going to put $2,500 with the word team next to it. That's the team sales required. So I've got 2 numbers in my square if you do as well. Okay. And then the bottom box, sales required for you, $750 to be a director, but team, $5,000. So $5,000 team sales. All right. No one's put a question in the chat bar. Are we all good so far? Yay. Okay, move to the right. Next to sales required, you're going to put number of team members. This is how many team members it takes at each of these titles. All right, who knows? Show me on your hand. How many team members do you need to be a senior consultant? Ding, ding, ding. One. So just write the number 1. So senior consultant, your sales are 150. You have 1 team member. They're active. So I guess if you want to put 1 active next to it, that would be more accurate. Sorry, 1 active. So they can't sign up and then not do sales and you promote to senior. They have to be active with at least 150 in sales. All right, below that, team leader. How many do you need? That's right, Dana knows. 2 active, okay? And finally, show me with your hand, director. How many do you need? And everybody knew that. High five, my friends, high five. 5 active, okay? Now, let's go to the final row, column. Overrides is the next word, /perks. Overrides and perks, we're putting at the final column and we're going to fill this in. Overrides, as a senior consultant, you get an additional 1% on your sales. An override is extra commission, Dana. Good question. So you get an extra 1% commission on your sales and on your entire team. 1%. Okay. Team leader is 2%. 2% on your sales and 2% on your team sales. Finally, director is, and you're going to leave a little room because you're going to write more than one thing in that square, but the director override is 3% for yourself and your team sales, and $10 per active team member. So put that down, 10 per active team member, and 1,000 trip points each month that you're paid or you're a green team. Okay, and we're not going to fill in all the things like you get free products, and I was kind of thinking more like the financial side of it. So as you look at this chart, I hope this really helps. Does this thumbs up? Does this help you? Like, okay, I can see this now. So someone said active is 150 in sales. That is correct, Annette. Perfect clarification. Good, I'm glad you like the chart. So as you look at this, oh, Pam, you're so fancy doing the thumbs up right there. I love it. Good. Okay, so I want you to think, and I'm going to go over this chart with you for a second. Senior consultant's very straightforward. Easy, no questions. Team leader, 750 in sales from you, 2,500 from team sales. Quite honestly, if you're building a team, your goal is not to sell 750. Your goal is to sell more than that and to support your team by bringing in the majority of those sales, because that's how you're meeting more people. That's how you're doing your thing. But that's just a little, preaching moment. The 2 active that's required for your number of team members for team leader have to be 2 people that you personally signed, right? So say I signed Nicole and Nicole signed her sister. That doesn't count as 2 for me to be a team leader. I need to sign Nicole and Heather to get, because I have to be the one. So 2 active, I guess if you want to add to your chart, 2 active personal recruits. So if you'll add that, personal recruits, which Pampered Chef calls that a direct recruit, but I'm just giving you the words personal. Like you personally sign them from your party or they're your friends or what have you, because it's different for director. That's why I want to clarify. So let's move down. Director, first of all, 750 personal sales. Most directors do not have success who sell 750. It's not enough to hold your team to sell 750, because then you're looking to the other 5 people, you're stressed, and you're just not, people want to follow their leader. And if their leader sells 750, they're going to just be like, oh, well, then that's all I have to sell. Well, 750 times 5 people is not going to get you to $5,000 consistently. And that's not going to get you paid. And that's not going to get you your trip points. So Pampered Chefs put that as a minimum, but I'm going to be honest with you. When someone tells me they want to be a director, the first thing we work toward is how can you get to sell consistently $2,000 to $3,000 a month. So this is, I'm just going to be honest today. So I'm always challenging my directors to cover half their team sales or more. Okay. Now, is it required? No, it's on your chart. It's 750. And I've had some directors who've been able to get some rock stars on their team that sell $3 or $4 grand a month, and they do fine selling 750. That's not the norm. That's the exception most of the time. But you see 750 personal sales, 5,000 team sales. To the right of that, our number of team members, 5 active. These do not have to be personal recruits. So let's pretend I sign Nicole. Nicole signs 4 friends. Those count as one of my 5. So that's a little bit different than the team leader one. Okay. So 5 active from anybody. So if you wanted to add notes, it could be personal or not personal recruits. Or if you want the exact words, it's direct or indirect recruits, all count. Okay. So if you want as many details in your chart as possible, that's how that is. Okay. And then to the right in our overrides or perks column, the 3% is pretty straightforward. You guys, 3% adds up. It really does make a difference. And then $10 per active consultant. So every time someone is active on your team and sells at least $150, you get $10 bonus. So when you think about, oh my gosh, my poor director, she keeps, giving away prizes or she keeps whatever. Remember, that's what our production bonus or $10 fee is. Pampered Chef gives it to us. So when we give away prizes, it's not taking away from the money that we're using to pay our bills or to save for things or what have you. So what do you think about that perk? Kind of cool, right? So think about the larger your team is, the more those $10 will add up, the more that you're going to be able to do and accomplish that way. So yes, Julie, active is 150. Yes, thank you, Nicole. Okay, so put your chart someplace handy where you know what it is. You're going to know it. You're going to see where you're at. You're going to know where you want to be. Okay. All right. So that was the most academic we're going to be. Who feels like they're being smart already on a Saturday morning? I'm feeling smart, girls. All right. So here's the next question. How long does it take to promote to director? How long does it take to get those 5? You guys, I've got girls that I'm aware of that are doing this in 25 days. I mean, it depends on how fast you hit the ground and they start asking, and then that friend tells someone and that friend tells, and you never know how fast this is going to just snowball. So I don't want you to think I need 6 months, I need a year. It could be as soon as 25 days or it could be a year. But don't put yourself in a box and think you need to learn everything before you can promote to director. The faster you talk about it, the more enthusiasm you use, that's the requirement. It's not longevity. The requirement is really how many people can I talk to? And if you talk to a stupid amount of people, you're going to get a crazy amount of results really, really fast. Okay. So here's what I'll tell you. We believe that with the right support, with the right commitment, that people can promote in 90 days or less. We believe that. And so if you said, I want to do this by summer, I mean, you can, some of you already have team members. You can do this month. And some of you are working toward that. Some of you can do that next month. But what we want to do is offer you a program that's going to spell it out for you. And it's going to offer you a focused determination. And that program is called Director Bound. Director Bound is going to help you focus on bookings. It's going to give you training and support that you'll need to book and maintain a full party schedule. You're going to learn the basic skills to recruit, and then you're going to help your new consultants. We'll partner on how to get your new consultants off to a successful start as well. You're going to track your success and do a weekly one-on-one check-in so you can stay on track. Director Bound is a program that will give you accountability and give you a little push sometimes when you go, well, if I do want this, that is what I need. I need that extra little oomph. Now, the oomph is always kind. I'm not going to be mean. I mean, could I be mean? I could never be mean. But it does have a little angle of accountability, which is really, really cool. And I will tell you, before I went for my promotions, and you guys, I didn't tell you, I'm a senior executive director, and just amazing. I'll show you that in just a second. I'm going to hold off on that. So if you decide to join this Director Bound program, you would commit to book a full party schedule and work toward that full party schedule. You will participate in a Director Bound only booking blitz that we're starting on Monday. It's called a booking extravaganza, and it's only for Director Bound people who know that they're not yet there yet with their full calendar, but they're willing to work with it. I'm thrilled to share that one of my very good friends in the business is a national executive director from Maryland, and she and I are partnering up. So we're doing this Director Bound program with another organization, and her name is Stacy Itzel. If you've been around much at all, Stacy Itzel is one of the best in our company, and she has one of the largest organizations. She has Stephen Joseph. I shared a booking thing yesterday. I tagged a few people in there. If you saw it, Stephen Joseph is also a national executive director. She is his director. And then she has 2 other executives on her team as well. So we are partnering with one of the best organizations in the company. So her and I are doing this Director Bound program together. So I know it's so exciting, Dana. She's inviting her people. I'm inviting my people, and you're going to get to network and mingle with people from another organization. We've already made the Facebook group, and it's already got some, ground and what we're going to do with that. Stacy and I are meeting once a week on Zoom and planning our sessions and preparing, and we've already prepared for our first session. So I'm going to learn from Stacy. You're going to learn from Stacy, and you're going to learn from me, and I'm going to learn from you. So that's a little bit about the program. What else is required? Of course, that you're willing to share about the business opportunity, that if you're not there yet, you do believe, or you will believe, that this is something anybody can try, and that you're not going to say, well, I don't want to ask people if they want to join the team. If you're in the Director Bound program, you're just asking everybody. So you want to be comfortable with that. So I want to just tell you, you don't have to be great to start. You have to start to be great. And that's a Zig Ziglar line. I'll say it one more time in case you're a big Zig fan, which I am. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So here's what I told you. I was starting to tell you that I'm a senior executive. I'm like, wait, I'm going to show you this. This is where our team currently at, and I'm going to share my screen. Oh boy, sometimes this doesn't go the way I wanted. Let's see. Desktop. Where's that? Over here. I just saved it. Okay, here we are. Open, please. There you go. Can you guys see that? Can you see this? Thank you. So I put this in the Ritter's Racers last night, but I want to go over it with you very quickly. Our team is currently a senior executive team. There are 18 senior director teams in the entire company, and there's 15 national executive teams, somewhere around there. Our next goal is to be a national executive team in 2020. Hello, it is 2020, even if it feels like Twilight Zone. We don't even know the day of the week, much less the year. But just in case you lost track, it is 2020. And so our goal is to do that. To be a national executive team, we need 12 first-generation directors, and those are people that come from my team. We currently have 10. we need 9 second generation directors. And so that means if you're on Heather, Susan, Irene, Melissa, Claudia, Kelly, Tammy, Lindy, Rebecca, or Michelle Cowie's team, when you promote to director, you'd pop into the second generation and you'd get a luggage bag. You'd be my little luggage person. And you would be one of 9 that we need to be a national executive team. Now, if you're on Debbie MacArthur, Haley, Sarah Doyle, or Debbie Timmons' team, when you promote director, you'd hop into the 3rd generation and you'd get your, I don't want to call it a steering wheel. What is that, a compass? Whatever it is, it's cool. You would get one of these and you would be one of our 3 3rd generation directors. So that's where our team is at. Do you see, can you show me? We are this close to meeting the requirements to be a national executive director team. National executive director team, we would be one, that's the top level in the company. There's no other title after that. And you could be a part of this. Like you could be one of the founding members of our national executive team, which is pretty dang amazing. And I don't know if you guys know, but we are, of course, you know this, we're called the Ritter's Racers. And we, I give a medal to you when you promote to director on our team, and it's kind of fun. It's like, you know, like you just finished a marathon or something. So I package it up and send it. Well, my assistant does, but anyway, it's super fun. It's super cool. Thank you. Steering wheel for a ship. What do we call that? I don't even know. So anyway, I would be thrilled to, at this point, take any questions or comments that you have. I have a survey form that I'm going to send out to you and let you respond on the survey and share if you want to give me feedback on what you've learned, what questions you still have, and if you want to join the Director Bound group. This is the Get the More You're Looking For, where you were just coming to get information. But if you say, hey, yeah, I do want to go forward, I guess it'd be helpful if I told you when it is. Whoopsie. Okay, so these are going to be a series of 4 Zoom sessions. They're going to be 45 minutes to an hour. The best results you are going to get is if you attend live, like you're doing right now. For those that are watching the recording, of course we record it, but it's best when you're on live. Because I already told you, we teamed up with Stacy Itzel and her organization and she's in Maryland 3 hours after us. Whew, finding it 3 hours after me, not 3 hours after some of you, but to find a time that worked for both of our organizations was not easy. So if you don't like this time, I'm sorry. Next time, she said we'll switch it and make it more appealing to Arizona. But we're going to start next Sunday. We're all home anyway, the 19th. 5 p.m. Arizona, 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. So Sundays, 5 AZ, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, 45 minutes to an hour. Now, hopefully these all hit non-dinner times. Maybe it's early enough for Arizona. We can be done at 6 and eat. For hopefully Central and Eastern, you've already had dinner. The littles are watching a movie or doing whatever they're doing. Maybe sleeping, maybe not, I don't know. So what we have scheduled is the 19th, the 26th, and then someday it will be May. We'll do May 3rd, and then we're going to skip Mother's Day. We're not going to do the 10th, unless the group votes for it to move it maybe to Monday the 11th, but we'll talk about it once our group is formed. And then, so that 4th session is up to be voted on by the group once we form it, whether we do the 17th, or if we decide to do like the 11th and we just one day move it to a Monday night. But for now, you can put in ink those other 3 dates, session 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So those are the dates, those are the times. It will be on Zoom just like this. But again, you're going to see twice as many people because Stacy and her organization will be on here as well. Okay?
It'll be 4 days total?
Correct. 4 sessions. Absolutely. Good question. Yeah, we just don't know that 4th one yet. We'll let the group kind of come together and we'll vote on that. Okay, so I see some questions. Oh, Erica, you're by Baltimore. My son lives in Maryland, so you'll have to say hi to him. I miss him. Go tell him I said hi. All right, let's see. Yes, Crystal, let's get you out of bed early on Saturdays is no joke. All right, let me review the $12.50 for 3 months you mentioned at the beginning. So, and that's wanting clarification when I said we earn free products from the season before. As a director, we earn them when we've sold $12.50 3 out of the 4 months before those came out. Now, if you're a fast tracker in your first 90 or 120 days, you get them no matter what, because you don't even have 3 or 4 months. But if you've been in for a year or longer, or 6 months or longer, you have the 3 or 4 months before. You need to go look back at your sales and see if you did $12.50 3 out of the 4 of those months, or if combining all 4 months equaled 5,000. Okay. So sometimes people have like a stellar 1 month, they kill it and they do 3,000. So then it doesn't matter if they missed $12.50 that month, they hit 800 or they hit 900. It's going to be what you totally added up for. And we can crunch some more numbers if we need to. Okay. Oh, I love that, Erica. Okay. Any other questions? All right. I'm going to send a survey. I took a screenshot of all of your faces, and I'm going to, I should have told you to smile, but I'm going to send you a Google survey. If we are not Facebook friends, be sure to check your junk box, but I'm also going to put it in the Get the More You're Looking For event. Everyone who fills out that survey by tomorrow night, which I know tomorrow's Easter, but we need to know who's in. By tomorrow night, Sunday night, midnight, we'll be in a drawing for an Amazon gift card. So whether you say, yes, I'm doing this, no, I'm not doing this, I want your feedback. So I'm bribing you to fill out the survey. Okay. So I'm going to make a YouTube link of this. And so if any of your friends or you hear someone say, oh no, I missed that meeting, there's going to be a YouTube. I will send them the YouTube link and post it in the event as well. And then they can also fill out the Google survey and be in the drawing for the Amazon gift card. Okay. If we are not Facebook friends and you want to do this director bound, you should probably request me as a friend too, because I'll be chatting with you, in Facebook a lot, and it's just going to be a little bit easier to stay in touch. I do not take the place of your director. Your director is still the one that is your first line of defense, but just so you know, I'm available too. I love to be friends with everybody, so we can be friends. And I hope that you have a wonderful Saturday and a great Easter, whatever your Easter looks like. It may not be what you had thought it was going to be. Mine isn't going to be what I thought, but it's going to be okay. And I will definitely look forward to getting to talk to you more, reading your surveys, getting your feedback. And man, for any of you who decide to say, I'm going to challenge myself, I'm going to put my head down and go for director, I'm going to do the things they tell me to do, it's going to be a great journey. And I'm super excited. I think I'm looking at the faces of the next few directors in Pampered Chef. Like, this is going to be super cool. I'm so excited. All right, ladies, have a wonderful weekend. And I'm going to go for a run now. And I'll first post the survey and then I'll go for my run. And I hope you have a wonderful day. All righty. Yay. I'm super excited to hear from you guys. Okay. Goodbye.